This is Mondo. Mondo is the last of, actually the second to last of the swords. While I'm here, Hampton Hong Shogun M.A. I'm your guy Tyease Brooks in the house, and I definitely want to teach you this real Kung Fu. I don't play around with my Kung Fu, ladies and gentlemen. And when people play around with my martial arts, something that God put me on this earth to do, I will look you right in the face and be like, why are you playing with my martial arts? Why are you playing with my Kung Fu? We don't do that here. I will go gang for my martial arts. So best believe, that's who I am. That's what I stand for. But I love each and every one of y'all. Trust me. In the end, I love almost everybody. I used to say I love everybody, but there's some people, even in your life, you gotta be like, yeah, I love almost everybody. Let's get started with Mondo. Mondo, like I said, is the second to last. When you go through all of this, some sections, like ours, we don't do the flipping of the swords to do this. So I don't even recognize that section. We don't even play in that section. There are other lineages that do, but if you saw my other video on why we don't do it, then you'll understand. And I'm gonna get a clip from another guy, put it in there, and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Because I don't want you to, I'm not dissing, but I'm explaining it to a firm degree, and it's gonna make all sense later on. Now, when we do Mondo, we're not in this position of standard, okay? And then just doing this. You know, we're not doing that part. What is actually being done, and I'm gonna scoot over so you can kind of see it, is we have to come from a point of standard reference, and we're stepping out to shift back. We have to step out into a Maan style idea of the swords, and then we're shifting. You are all the way open here, so we're coming back and regarding here. Okay, step out, and we're shifting back into standard. Step out, shift back into standard. Now, I'm gonna say this for personal reference, and I want you to understand this very well. And I may have to pause for a second. So, there are other masters. They'll do it more like this. They'll do the Maan style out, and they'll just do it right here. They'll chop down to front right here. That's cool. When I'm doing it right here, back to standard, I'm just doing it from this point of reference, okay? If the technique at the time calls for this, and you stop right here, that's cool. That's cool. It's right here, it's guarding, it's protecting at this point. Right here, right here. I'm not dissing at all. What I'm actually in ultimate goal doing is showing a path. There's a point when I'm right here. While I'm at this point, I'm already at that point where they're calling for, but I just happen to be stopping right here. Anytime at this point when I'm coming back to here, I can already be at this point and then cut again, or whatever I need to do. If I'm right here, and as I'm coming back, maybe the technique calls for me to do this, because I know other sections of the form. Does that make sense? So at a point where I'm right here, I'm really more than 90 degrees. From this point, it doesn't mean that I can't advance this way Or if I'm this way, if I'm going right side, it doesn't mean that I can't be like here and advance that way. So the Bajam Dao is telling you point blank, if you just hold on to the Bajam Dao, if you just learn the skill, it is telling you that you can advance towards the left if you go left. You can advance towards the right if you go right. You don't even have to do a Maan style to be going right. You can just be right here and you're right-sided and you can attack from here. That's what you gotta understand. Sometimes the dogma has to die and your imagination has to become the true dogma and create this rebirth of everlasting springtime with the Wing Chun Kung Fu system. And that's what's wrong with most of Wing Chun. And that's why we're losing. Most of y'all are losing right now, fighting MMA guys and don't know what the heck you're doing. It's because y'all done worked so much into the robotic dogma of things, and Wang Shenlong told you not to. I'm glad there was a Wang Shenlong. Wang Shenlong produced Bruce Lee, remember? Bruce Lee didn't even finish Wing Chun, and he was dangerous, a dangerous man walking. If that's the case, why can't we get away from the classical mess? Didn't Bruce Lee say that? The classical mess, aka Wang Shenlong saying the robotic dogma of the skill. And let's find some true fighting skill. Let's find some true fighting ability, because that's what we're wanting. That's what the truth of Wing Chun.